Today's ladies and gentlemen, we're going to learn how to not only trim a plant, we're also going to learn how to take cuttings off of a plant. Today, we're going to desecrate Bonnie Bray. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bonnie Bray. This is one of my grandmother's original plants, and you guys are going to learn how to trim her. First thing you need to do is get a really nice pair of trimmers. I like these type myself. They're real inexpensive and they're easy to clean. One thing you have to do before you trim a plant is to clean it. Now, a lot of people sterilize them with a lighter and stuff like that. That's good too. You can use alcohol. I've got a nasal dispenser here that I filled with rubbing alcohol. I spray that down on the trimmer. Work it back and forth a couple times. Kind of air it out. There you go. It's all sterilized. Now what you want to do is to take cuttings off of a plant. You want to see if you can get it as close as you can to the main branch. Now I'm looking here, and I'm also trimming off dead growth too, so I'm going to use these as cuttings later. If you can look right there, see how that is? Right there, right alongside the main branch. You cut it as close to the main branch as possible. One quick cutting, and there you go. And you keep going. This is a good way to prune the plants. If you see any dead growth or lanky growth like this, you can trim it. I usually don't trim this stuff because you can see it does come out to a nice big branch. It looks kind of weird and funny and all, but I kind of like that. So I'm looking in. I see a couple more branches that I'm going to trim off here. Here's a dead one right here. Right next to the main branch, as close as you can get it. There you go. And you look around even more. If you see any dead spots, like right at the tip, you can take those right off. Now what you want to try to do is you want to try to aim for a well-proportioned plant. This one was beaten by the wind. It's 60-mile-per-hour wind against the pine tree, so that's why it kind of looks lopsided. I'm waiting for it to come back a little bit before I really do some trimming onto it. Another thing you do is you look for branches that are wilted, pockmarked, like this one right here. And like I said, you always go right to the base. Cut it off right at the base. Now these things that I'm trimming off right now, you can actually use them as cuttings. Okay, I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, we're going to switch plants right now. I've got a Mary Mattiette's here. It's in a big tomato cage, as you can see. It's a pretty big sized plant, but I just got it from a supplier, so I have to trim off some of the dead branches. What I usually do is when I get a plant, I'll plant it, wait about, at least a month. That way everything fills out and I can see what you need to cut. Now the cuttings that you do take off of the plant, even though they look shriveled, they will actually take off. They are ready to be planted. As long as you give them about anywhere between 5 to 7 days to heal, you can use them as cuttings, and they're actually very excellent cuttings because they want to root immediately. So what you want to do is look for a piece that's kind of dried out, not doing anything, okay? And then you snip it off, like I said, right close. Now whenever you take a cutting, always have a marker. Mark it. As soon as you take it. That way you don't know, or you know exactly what you got. And there you go. There's a cutting. This will probably be sent out to one of the members here pretty quickly. But what you want to do, like I said, is just look for all the growth that isn't taking off, that's kind of wilted. Take a cutting, and as soon as you take the cutting, mark it. That is a lot. That'll save you a lot of hassle and time down the road. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember, sterilize your cutters. I did sterilize them before I took the cut, so have fun. Get your plants done. And if you get some really big plants like this, you can always stick them in tomato cages because you're going to need to for the space.